Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our COVID meeting for Wednesday, the 1st of July, 2020. So thank you for joining us. We're going to focus most of our time today on the numbers because the numbers are truly the story for this week and for the last couple of weeks as we see the coronavirus really having an impact on the state of Florida, the nation, and here in Pinellas County as well. Let's take a look at the numbers. We'll start with the United States. We currently have 2,636,000 cases and 127,000 individuals have lost their life in the fight against this virus. Here in the state, our numbers are 152,000 cases. That is up over 6,000 cases overnight. So in a single day, Florida had more than 6,000 new cases of coronavirus. Our fatalities are up to 3,505. Here in Pinellas County, our number of cases is 6,414, and that is up about 240 cases overnight. So we continue to monitor and follow these numbers and look at the spread and growth of the virus. Pasco County was stable at 1978 new cases and 19 deaths. And our testing continues but is slow. Current numbers are 93,000 individuals tested with a infection rate of about 7%. So that also continues to go up day by day, slowly but very steady, very gradual. Our testing now is above 7% for the first time. The hospitalization, we are 727 here in Pinellas County, 111 in our specific 33759 zip code. So these numbers are continuing to climb, and we're going to be making some further decisions based upon this current spike. In terms of what's actually happening here at Regency Oaks, the numbers have continued to go up as well, although we are seeing some stabilization. Current residents across the campus in all levels of care. Currently, we have 36 residents across the campus who are under quarantine. The vast majority of those, 33 of them, are under quarantine because it is a new resident who has just moved in, or a new admit who has come in from the hospital, or someone who has gone to the hospital for a procedure and has returned home. 3 of those 36 are potential exposures that we are testing or monitoring, and they are on quarantine to make sure that other residents do not risk exposure. All three of those individuals are residents in our independent living section. So we will continue to track, monitor, and update you as that situation develops. In our staff, we currently have 12 IL staff members, 1 staff member from personalized living, and 12 members of our skilled nursing assisted living team that are on quarantine as we either test or wait for results to come back on those individuals. In terms of our number of confirmed positive COVID cases, there's been no status change since Monday. We still have 2 residents who are COVID positive, 1 in the IL who has completely recovered, and the other in the assisted living that has been hospitalized. And in terms of our staff, we have 5 positive COVID staff members, all of whom are on quarantine and being monitored. Okay, so that's our situation. I wanted to also share with you some of the additional plans that we are looking at as well. Governor DeSantis announced this morning that Florida is moving forward. He has imposed a few additional restrictions or rolled levels of restrictions back. So we talked about that on Monday. Here are some updates for you. We were concerned that we had an outbreak or an exposure over in our assisted living. I can report that we have had every assisted living resident tested, and all tests have come back negative. So the one resident who was positive and was hospitalized, it looks like we've been successful in containing the spread of that. We won't know for sure until follow-up testing is done. The initial test was done last Friday, 5 days ago. We are doing another round of testing today, and we'll plan another 3rd round of testing for next week to make sure that no additional residents have been exposed. You may have noticed yesterday that we moved the breezeway serving inside. That was not COVID related. That was related to the fact that we've just had some incredibly hot days, and the staff is better prepared to do that indoors rather than outdoors. So thank you for your cooperation with that. It seems to be working well, and there were no issues yesterday. We also have closed our associate break rooms across the campus. And we've done that in an effort to try to contain any potential spread of this virus as the numbers begin to escalate. One of the additional things we've done is we have converted to virtual interviews. So new associates that we are attempting to hire and bring on board, we are not allowing them on campus. We are only going to do interviews virtually through emails and FaceTime. One of the other things that we are going to change, and I know this will not be a popular decision, and I apologize for it right up front, but we are going to go back and secure all the side entrances in the independent living and limit access to the building to our front door. By creating a single access point for entry and exit, it allows us to tighten up our controls and make sure that we're doing a good job of monitoring the individuals who are coming and going, and make sure that we do everything we can to contain the potential spread of this virus. So that will take place later this afternoon, and so we're going to ask for your support and cooperation in using the front entrances to get a better control over access to our buildings. All right, thank you so much. Next up is Ricky with our dining team.
Good afternoon. Just a couple updates on the 4th of July. You can come down to the tavern and get your takeaway. We'll have fresh Danish fruit, prunes, juice, and coffee and milk, and that will be from 8 to 10. There won't be a breezeway that day or the tavern open for your pickup for lunch, because we're doing our delivery of the 4th of July barbecue from 12 to 2. Though you'll have hamburgers, you'll have barbecue ribs, chicken wings, the Nathan's hot dog, macaroni and cheese, corn on the cob, baked beans, cornbread, fresh watermelon, novelty bars. For sugar-free folks, you'll have the no added sugar Klondike bars, and we also are going to put in smoked salmon and bagels and cream cheese, so you'll now have it on Sunday mornings for breakfast. Have a great day.
Ricky, thank you very much. Next up with an update is Jesse in our housekeeping environmental service
Hi,
team.
Jesse Rosalie, your EVS director. I just simply wanted to remind you all that while we service your apartment on your service day, to please ensure you're wearing your mask and you're staying in a different part of the apartment, or just simply take a walk. But again, please, if you're in the apartment, help us by wearing your mask. Thank you.
All right, that concludes our presentation for today, and we will see you with updates on Friday. So that's the day of our forum, and until then, be safe out there. And again, we appreciate your support and cooperation as we work through some of these changes with COVID.